Yes. Yeah, hi guys. Hope you all are doing very good and well. So again, we are on the track, right? We are on path of the front-end JavaScript session, right? Front-end development training, I can say, right? And this is the 12th session we have. So again, we can start, right? So let me share my screen. Okay. Again, we are on the track, right? So yes, I'm sharing my screen, right? And then we can move again, right? On the track where we have left previous session, right? So yeah. So hope you all are able to see my screen, right? So again, we are on the front-end development JavaScript and React course. So this is the roadmap we have on the screen, right? So in like the in the let me tell you what we have covered in the previous sessions and right. So we have already seen this array and object, right? Before that, we have seen function and scope. Before that, we have seen the JavaScript basics of JavaScript, in which variables, data types, operators, all this we have already covered. So and we are on the track right now. So happy coding to you all, first of all, and we have the topics in hand for this session, right? So that is callback and DOM and event, and we have these selective elements, right? Selecting elements and the query selectors, event handling, click, submit, etc. What is DOM manipulation? What is DOM and how it will work, and right? And what are the ES6 features we have that we have already covered, but I'll give just an overview so that it will be again reminder for you all, right? So we can see again the topic, and inside that we have already seen this destructuring and temporal date zone. In the previous session, we have seen temporal date zone and spread and rest operator. We can denote it by using triple dots. Okay, that we have already seen. How we can make any array, or we can concatenate two array using the rest and split operator, right? So we have already seen this. So whatever the topics are left, we'll cover in the today's session, right? So let me open my VS Code again on the track, right? So yeah, it is taking some time to open, and yeah, so let me cover or let me tell you what we have seen in the previous session, right? Those who has missed the session, they can again go to the recording that is on YouTube in our channel, and we have already shared the like links on group as well, and we'll share again and again, right? So that you can have able to access all the things right in your hand. So yeah, so in the previous session, we have already seen here what is the DOM in JavaScript and what is document object model. We can say in short DOM, and how it will work, and like what is DOM and how it will be visible, and what is the structure of it, right? And so this is the Java's, I mean HTML syntax, but this is in some structure format. So what is DOM? So DOM is the programming interface for web documents. So whatever, like suppose I'm creating some HTML, I mean any website, right, or any portal for with the using of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? So we are gonna do to follow this structure with HTML, but in the plain HTML, I can say, right? And so suppose we have created some HTML, right? HTML doc type, and then inside that we have created HTML. We have to close the HTML, and in the line number 17, we have created, we have open bracket with heart, and on the line number 20, we are closing it. So every elements or the what I can say, we are opening, like we are open the title here, so we have to close the title, right? So this is the syntax of HTML. So this is, I can say, an structure of DOM, right? But we'll talk this again on this topic because it's a big question in the React, right? So in the React also we are using some virtual DOMs and all, right? So definitely the interviewer will ask if you are from React background or if you are a fresher as well. So they'll ask you, right? So give me a minute, please. And yeah, I mean, so we have seen in the previous session, we have seen blog scope, right? Inside that, we did some exercise so that we already understand the temporal dead zone, and we have seen some cases. Very simple beginner level, 2 line or 3 lines of uh, JavaScript code in which we are seeing already what are the temporal dead zone and how the temporal dead zone will work. And we have already covered blog scope, right? And how this blog scope and where we can able to access some um, variables or we cannot able to access some variables. So we have seen all the scenarios. So it's on screen. You can able to see again. And before that, we have already covered the closures and all, right? So let me create a file here with number 14. In that, I can give and callback in js.js. So I've created my file here, right? Um, So yes, I have created my file, and in this we can write some code. So let me type the topic name. So let me go to the screen again, and inside that, let me copy my topic name, right? So our today's agenda is DOM and events in JavaScript. But we have already seen the DOM in the previous session, right? Let me recall you, right? We have already recalled now. So this is the DOM that we have already covered, but we'll move with the events, and also that will be easy for you to understand what is. So I'll just give you a explanation for you all, right? What are the query selectors, and we are not going into deep because it will be uh, it will be it is a plain JavaScript course, I can say, right, from the basic level. So we are not going too much deep so that you will not able to understand, right? Because if we are going with query selectors and like, I mean, some queries and all, so that it will be a messy thing. But the selectors and whatever the events we have in JavaScript, that will we see, right? And how the event we can have to handle, how this click and submit and many others events are there, but we'll see some of them. But when we are going to create some projects, maybe on not in JavaScript, we'll go for uh, I mean for project will cover with inside the React, I can say, right? So in that we'll see this most of these events and all, because whenever we are creating some website or some pages, we need some buttons and some click events should be there, right? So that will be able to see how like the user can interact with the website or the pages, right? So yes, let me let me tell you how we can start with that. So we can copy this, and so the DOM we have already covered. So just I have written the definition so that you can understand and you can revise it again. So DOM is nothing, document object model. So let me recall you that again, right? So document object model, that is we can call in short DOM, which is a part of JavaScript topic, right? And what it will do. So the DOM is a programming interface for the web document, right? So we have already seen here. It represents some pages. It represents pages that can program and can change the document structure and style and content. So what is style here? But we haven't seen any style here. So uh, I mean, we can write some script here. So that is our JavaScript, right? Sorry, and any JavaScript code we can write here, and whatever the styles we have. So suppose you have title here, or suppose we have some ID. So we can give here the class, okay, and we can give any name here, right? Suppose I can give my class, and then right, this is just a normal coding that I'm showing you so that you can understand how if you are starting from scratch with HTML CSS, and you don't know how it will work, and where we have to create the file, and what will the structure of the file, right? So this will be the structure of your HTML file, right? And we can write whatever the JavaScript code here, right? So I'm just giving a command here and highlighting JavaScript code. So whatever the JavaScript code will be, that you are gonna write, so that we can write inside the script only, or maybe we can create some separate file. But this I'm just showing you um, into JavaScript files, but you have to create. Um, Let me write my HTML.html. So you have to create the HTML file like this, and then you need to write your HTML code, whatever you want to write. So like that, and this is your file structure, right? My HTML.html, and then you have to write your HTML here. So suppose I've written any script here, or maybe we have already created many JavaScript file, right? .js. So you just have to give your inside the head only, you have to give your style file as well, right? So I mean, you can directly write the styles here, uh, and you have to close this, right? My bad. Okay, and you have to close like this, right? So you can write whatever styles you have, right? And it is writing again and again, but you just need to write style here, right? And you have to close the style. So we have closed in the line number 14, and then you have to write some styles, whatever you can write, the class name we have, or you can create some additional, any additional, what I can say, any additional file. So additional file for CSS. So suppose I'm just explaining in the single file here. So suppose my CSS file you can give, and .css you have to write. So that here we have written some my classes, right? So dot my class, and then you can give. So suppose I want the color should be blue, right? And the text should be align center, and font font bit if you want to give any bold, right? And any font size you can give whatever you want, right? I have given here 40 pixel, right? So that will be implemented over this HTML tag, because we have given some class which will be which is my class, right? So like that you can give some your classes inside, um, for doing some color code, I mean color combination, or you have to change some font style, whatever the makeup you can say, right? In normal language. So whatever the makeup you want to do with the HTML text, you can do, uh, and then inside the script here you can write your JavaScript code, right? And we already seen here, right? We have some selecting element, right? Get element by ID, get query selectors, right? This we all can be used inside the script only. So this is the area where we can write our JavaScript code, right? Or we can give some JavaScript code here. I mean, we can write like that as well, right? Some CSS files. So suppose we have created the CSS in the same file, or maybe we can create some additional files, but we have to link. this code is CSS, right? And we have to link the CSS code. So using link and rel we have to give, which will be type style sheet, right? And href means the path we have to give, whatever the path of our CSS file. So in my case, I have created a folder which name is training JavaScript and training JavaScript React. So inside that only I have created my files and all. So you have to take care of the path, right? Suppose I have given like if you're making some folder and you're making some CSS file outside that, so you have to give the that file path inside href, right? href. And yeah, so this is about the CSS that we can write here, right? And for JavaScript, right, you can write inside the script as well. Like you can give your what I can say is I mean script. So yes, like that you can open the script tags, and then inside that you have to give sr I mean source, right? src, which will be taking part of your JS file. So suppose I want to create any other file for JavaScript. I don't want to write in the HTML file itself. So I can write using this script, and I can give the file name whatever JavaScript file I have created. Suppose I have created DOM in JS file. So I can give like here, right? DOM DOM in JS .js file. So that will be my file file name, right? And whatever the script you are writing in that file, that will be affected to this HTML code, right? So this will be clear for you all, right? And so we can see how this query selector and all. So with example, we can see. Give me a minute. So and this event. So what are the events in JavaScript? So suppose let me open any of the website, right? Let me open Indeed Inspiring Input Tech website, right? So we can see here. So this is the website. So we just assume this is created by HTML and HTML, CSS, and JavaScript just for now, right? So we have some buttons here. So for more info, right? So you can able to see here, right? The how the hovering is going on, right? So this is I can say an hover event, right? And this is the button that we have created using HTML, CSS, and whatever the functionality that we have added using that will be using by the JavaScript. So suppose I'm clicking here, right, and it is opening some info, right? So that will be happening by JavaScript, right? And this is the header. So like how we can divide our whole application. So right, this will be the upper part we can call as a footer, right? So I'm just giving an example, I mean explanation little bit, so that if suppose we are going to create some website or application using React or maybe HTML, CSS, JavaScript, so that will be easy for you guys to understand, right? So this is our header part. Whatever the top you can able to see, that will be our header. Inside that we have given many menus, right? So we have home and services. In services we have some uh, corporate, college, and individuals, right? And we have some events as well. So you can see I'm going over it, and it is showing some data here, right? So this is I can say under header we have given some lists, right? So whenever the user will go and hover on that, so some action is triggering. So what action? While hovering, it is showing some option for us. So suppose in the about we are hovering, so it is giving us about us and industries, academic collaboration, okay, activities, gallery, payment, right? Join us portal. So this is the header I can say, and we have some this is the neighbor also I can say, right? A header or neighbor, you can say anything, and we have some menus item here, right? And this is call up I can say, right? Whatever the images are going, we have set it some time here, right? And yeah, so that is also we can do using JavaScript only, right? So suppose some timing we have given. So let me refresh the website again, and you can see automatically it is changing the pages, right? I'm going like now I have clicked, but it is changing again and again. So sometime it is changing, and sometime we are clicking. See, twice it is two images pass from left to right, right? So this all we can do using JavaScript only. So the next below we can come. So whenever I'm going to hover this, this is coming kind of zooming action is happening. So that is also happening with I mean using this page is created by HTML I can say, right? I'm just assuming it, and we can create using React as well. But just for our understanding, so yeah, some buttons are here. So whenever we are hovering it, so some action is triggering, right? So while hover, the size of button will be increasing, and the text is also increasing. And here also, whenever I'm hovering this box, so this is kind of making some zoom in. So the text size and the font size and everything will be little bit increasing, right? So the same way here also. And yeah, so suppose here also you can see some kind of card that we have used here. So that all like the page we can that whatever the text you are able to see and images that we have used, that will be using only HTML and CSS. But whatever the events are happening, so some buttons are here, right? And suppose I'm clicking on home button, and it is opening the home page. Suppose I'm on services and I'm clicking on this, so whatever the actions are triggering, so I'm clicking here, so that will be our click event, right? So whatever the element, I mean event. So what are the events we already seen here, right? So this is the in the event handling we have seen the click here, right? And submit. So and many others events are there, right? So suppose you have some forms, and why I'm not showing any examples here, because when we'll go with React.js, so we'll see all these events and all in daily basis, right? So whenever we are creating something, we'll create some. Suppose here also we have created some forms, right? So this form is having this this all are as an input box, right? And we have send message, or we can say submit button. So suppose uh, you have seen many websites in which you are making some query, or maybe you are like applying for a job. So the submit button would be there, and here the send button would be there. So this is also an event, right? Submit event and click event, and many other events will be there, right? And you can see, right, the this text, and whenever I'm going to hover, this is highlighting and it is giving some borders between that. So this is also an hover event, right? So whenever you are hovering, this we can create using HTML and CSS, right? So this this all we can say is the events. And so there are selective I mean selective elements I can say, right? uh, Get element by ID and query selector. So these are the two ways that we can use some ID, right? So suppose let me show you here. So get element by ID, right? Not here. Let me open that HTML file that we have created here. So suppose I'm having some script here, right? And I want to do some operation or something over this heading. I mean my heading, right? That we have created using H1, right? So what we can do here, we can we can use this class, right? But we are using here get element by ID. So our ID, so ID we have given here my heading, right? So this is the code of JavaScript, right? So we are creating a const inside the const. We are creating some headings, right, using const variable, and inside that we are giving some document dot get element by ID. So whatever ID we have here, right? So it will give us the whole H1 tag. So you can see in the console log if I will run this file, but this is HTML. I am not going to run this now. So like just assume here, right? It is giving a console log here. So in the console log, we will get the whole text, whatever we have written in the H1, right? And we have other events, right? Query selector. So that will see in React if we are working on some big application or maybe a small application, then in that case we can see there. And events we have already seen, and DOM manipulation, right? How we can manipulate the DOM, right? So that is also very important, but that also will cover in React.js. I'm not going to cover it now because we'll see all this. This one we will see in the. I'm just making it bold and underline so that we can remind it. This this will maybe will cover in the upcoming session or maybe in the React.js. So that time we'll see some live examples. So that will be easy to understand, right? And so ES6 features that we have already seen in the previous session. Hope I don't have to what I can say. I don't have to repeat it again. So destructuring, right? So we have already seen destructuring of objects, right? And temporal literals and temporal date zones that we have already seen in the previous session, right? So the next thing that is left here, promises in which we have some async or uh, synchronization or asynchronization operations here, right? And async await method. So these are the left. So we'll cover this in the upcoming session as well, right? And I'll try to wrap the both because this is very important, right? Default parameters in which we can able to see some promise async await and um, this async await and this promise method. So inside that also we have some many scenarios are there because this is very important uh, topic for JavaScript, right? So yeah, I was showing here this element by ID, right? So uh, right, suppose I want to selecting some elements, right? So here I have given some heading here, right? Using const, I have created a heading variable and the document get element by ID. So in the same way, we can write document get element by class also. Sorry, get element by class name or class, right? Let me remove this code. So yeah, you can see here get element by class name, get element by tag name, and this is the query selector, right? So these are the we can do some operation over here, right? On the H1, suppose I want to change some like suppose in the HTML file now we have written this tag H1 tag is a FP coding and where is our CSS. So we have given the color as a blue, means by default whenever the page will load or the this H1 heading will be visible, the text of H1 will be blue, right? And by default it will be blue. But if you have created some function if you have created or you are selecting that by where is that, by class name, right? And yeah, right, by class name. And you can try to change using heading dot, I mean, like that you can give some heading style, um, heading of zeroth element, I can say, right? And inside that, I mean, dot style and dot color, and you want to write some red color, so you can give. So whenever you are like maybe some click event also you can create. So some function will create here, and inside the function that whenever we are going to click on that HTML tag, so this will be H1 tag, right? So on this, whenever we are going to click, that will be convert into red color. So like that, all the events and all, right, we can do using this script, right? Yeah, and here also you can see get element by tag name. So our tag name is here h1, right? So using that also we can do some operation here, right? And query selector. So query selectors means, right, my heading I have given here, right? So I can do using the query selector as well. And query selector all means dot classes. So whatever inside my class, uh, I can I can node list all, right? So yeah, this is all about event handling, and we have seen the select queries elements, right? Selecting element and DOM manipulation, and this append child are not that much important here, right? That the DOM manipulation will see in the React, right? So I'm just making a note here. And yeah, so I'm done for today. So we are good, and we have seen some deeper dive into React. So guys, just follow the tutorial, just see, and I'll forget to share some docs as well that I have already created, right? So I have created this for loops and all, right? And we have some I've created some document for scope and feature, in which ES6 and callback function. This all we have like I have created all the documents for you guys, right? So that you can go through that and understand the concept, and some coding questions are also there, the basic coding, so that you can understand the topics as well, right? I, I'll I'll provide you today all the documents whatever we have. So yeah, we are good for today, and again we'll come with the same energy, with the same speech, I can say, right, and with the same level of understanding, right? So thank you all. Thanks for reaching us, and thanks for watching my session. That will be help you a lot while learning JavaScript, right? If you are a beginner or fresher or experienced, whatever it is, and we'll move for React as well. So yeah, keep watching. Thanks for your support, and happy coding to you all. Thank you.